We're here at the Royal Enfield UK Technical Centre, and Dean is going to talk us through now some of the bikes that they've got here on display, new and old. And the first thing I saw when we came in then, Dean, was this, what, Royal Enfield Flying Flea?
Royal Enfield Flying Flea.
Yeah.
It's a World War II bike. I've tried to trace it to see if it had any active service, but as of yet we've turned up nothing. But what makes this one so unusual and rare is it's still got the transportation cradle attached to it.
Just so everyone's aware then, these were, the Flying Flea got its name, basically they were flung out of aeroplanes at a great height with a parachute attached and land in the field ready for the servicemen to pick up.
They were dropped onto the front line.
Yeah.
Basically the parachute sat in there and was attached to these 4 eyelets, and it was launched out the back of a plane, and if it survived you ended up just undoing this little clamp.
Yep.
This side pivots over, you take your bike out, you got your handlebars on a similar clamp, so you'd straighten them up, and away you go.
And off you go into battle, as it were. And little 2-stroke, what, 125cc engine in there?
I think it's around that cc.
Yeah, so easy to maintain, nice and lightweight, and
reliable. Well, hopefully reliable at the time.
What a thing! And like I say, very rare. I've seen these in museums and before the Flying Fleas, but never with one of these cradles on. So
no, like I say, the cradles were normally left in the battlefield where they got dropped. They was either weighed in for scrap after the war, or they just rotted into the ground. So to actually see one,
fascinating,
is very rare.
Amazing. And then following the green theme, at least, we've got this wonderful, what, post-war machine?
It's post-war. That's a 1957 Crusader. It's 250cc. That's the first year of the production of the Crusader. It was just, as of the time, a commute and ride to work bike.
Yeah, yeah. And again, it's interesting. So this is a 254-stroke engine, isn't it?
254-stroke, 4-speed gearbox.
And I love on these, I mean, this, we can see it now on the modern classics, isn't it? This headlamp sort of arrangement at the top, isn't it?
We try and stick with that theme.
Yeah, which is
what you've noticed.
A feature of Royal Enfields at the time, and you can get it now on the classics. So really beautiful. Love that colour.
It is a genuine colour.
So this was your commuter 250 back in the day, and then sort of moving a little bit further on, early 60s, is it this one?
I think it's about 66, 67, that particular one.
So that's...
I think, I'm not sure, they came out around 65, 66. It was more to do with the coffee bar culture back then. They was a derivative of that. That turned into that basically. It's the same engine, apart from it's got a 5-speed box, you've got an aluminium cylinder head, and bigger carburettor. Other than that, power plant is exactly
the same. But it's got that sporty cafe racer look, cooling discs on your front there for your brakes. Hey, so that Continental GT, isn't it? That model?
Continental GT, yeah.
Yeah.
Fiberglass fuel tank, save a bit of weight.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't realise that.
Fly screen.
The fuel tank's huge as well, actually, isn't it? Long, again, give you that stretched out, racy look. Yeah, I like that. Very nice, very nice. And then moving in front of that, then we've got the current model, the Meteor.
Yeah, we've got a current 350 Meteor. That's on display here because obviously the involvement we had with it in development.
Yeah. Do you do the engine development and design development, or? It's
done in conjunction with India as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of the work was done here as well as India.
Yeah. And then can't miss. So this, what we've got, telly front, rigid rear end. So it's an early post-war bike.
It is. I'm guessing around 1946, 47 era, that one, which is 350cc Model G.
Model G, yeah.
Again, that was designed as your sidecar hack, ride to work.
Ultra reliable,
just a plodder.
Yeah, but interesting. Oh, it's got oil in the sump on these, isn't it?
It's oil in the sump.
Front carrying the oil there, and this gear. I don't know Royal Enfields that well. Huge left on the gear lever.
You've got a separate gear lever just for clicking into fine neutral.
Right.
I mean, what's aesthetically odd about these is the height of the front mudguard, if you see it, to the wheel.
Oh, yeah. So there's a big gap because it's fixed to the fork there.
Fixed to the forks, not the sliders, so it doesn't move. So they've had to allow for that movement, which...
Yeah, it does look a bit peculiar. In fact, my dad's got a lot of the 50s Italian bikes did that, the little MV Augustas as well, and they did look a bit odd, but I didn't realise...
It's a Marmite design, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love it or hate it.
But that's in a wonderful, original-looking condition, isn't it? Is that a runner?
I believe it's a runner. I've not personally heard it running. I did make a start on getting it running, but other workers took over at the moment.
On the to-do list then.
On the to-do list.
And above it then we've got 2 more current models, as it were, or newer bikes, haven't we? This has got a fantastic story behind it, hasn't it? It's a special one,
that's one of the old-style Himalayans that was used. That particular bike was used for the South Pole trip back in 2021.
You're too humble.
Yeah, don't be modest, Dean. Tell us about it. Not just the trip.
Basically,
Were you there?
Yeah, as part of our 120th anniversary, we wanted to do something special.
Yeah.
I can't take credit for it because one of the Indian guys got that, but it was proposed that we went to the South Pole, so we followed Shackleton's route from the Ross Ice Shelf to the geographic pole. I think it's about 284 kilometres.
Unbelievable.
In November/December, and December the 16th, we finally rode to the pole on it.
And is this the bike that you rode?
That is the actual bike that was ridden there.
Amazing.
Temperatures up down to -50.
And it's pretty standard, other than a few alterations for the environment that you were in then, like the tyres in particular.
Yeah, we added studded tyres was a modification. Again, I think you could have got away without a studded rear.
Yeah.
We've made the foot brake pad a little wider just so we could feel it with the boots.
Yeah.
Oil cooler was removed, purely just for the fact that if we dropped it, we didn't want to spill oil on the environment.
Yeah, yeah.
Centre stand has been removed to save weight. Other than that, it's a stock bike. There was no calibration modifications, no nothing.
Incredible. So it just shows how rugged, durable and well-made these bikes are then.
They are,
get to the South Pole,
and very capable.
Yeah, amazing. What we've got above there, Hunter?
Above that is, again, another current production model. That's a 350 Hunter.
Yeah.
Again, it's a derivative of the Meteor you've just looked at. Again, this is just a custom bike. Not to say just a custom bike, it's a custom bike based on our new 350 platform. We do have our own in-house custom team, which do a lot of these bespoke one-offs.
Yeah, yeah. That does look cool, doesn't it? It looks serious with these tyres on. In fact, it looks a lot bigger than a 350 when it's sat there like that, doesn't it? It's, okay, so from modern metal to some 60s American spec, if you like, this one. So what have we got here, Dean?
Yeah, it's about a 67, I think, 68. Yeah. It's a Series 1A Interceptor. It's USA spec. 700cc. I mean, we had it running last year, which is the first time I've known it to run. And the first thing that strikes me about it is the torque that's in it. It's just got an astronomical amount of torque.
It's a big twin, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's twin carb as well. But yeah, all that torque that you get with a British bike, which is...
Yeah, well, this sort of surpasses anything I've ridden British.
Really? Yeah.
For torque. If you get the opportunity to ride one, you've just got to experience the torque. It's great.
Yeah, that's a fabulous looking bike. I like the high bars as well. Very on trend at the moment, that sort of style of bike as well. It looks great. And then next to that, we've got a special looking, shotgun? Is it 650? Yeah.
Again, that's another one that was done by the custom team. That was done as a concept bike, which is now what has now become the new shotgun that's out.
Yeah. So we've got a very special looking custom bike here. This looks like a proper race inspired machine.
Yeah, again, this is another custom bike from the custom team. It's based on the old 535
big single
platform. I think this one was done by the Simroja brothers, hence their decal on the tank. I don't know much more about it really.
Oh, it looks the business. I love the way the exhaust's coming out, single pipe under the seat there. Really neat. It's a stunning looking bike, that is. Stunning. And then you can't miss this one because of the paint scheme on here then. So this has got it going on.
This was a bullet I led to believe that belongs to Sid, the owner of the company, CEO.
Right. Yeah.
I do think I was led to believe it was a charity auction bike, hence the lobsters on it, but I stand to be corrected.
There's definitely a unique paint scheme on that one.
It definitely stands out.
Gives it some character. And then, I love these. I love a pre-war V-twin.
Yeah. You've got
girder forks, big V-twin. So
exact year I cannot be sure on now, but it's around 1935, 36, I believe.
Yeah. KX,
which is the export model. It does run, and I have been riding it around the airfield a few years back for a promotional video for the KX concept bike, which you're going to see in a moment. But
wonderful.
Again, the way it rides and the torque in it for a lazy V-twin is fantastic.
Yeah,
the steering's very lazy due to the long wheelbase.
But they are wonderful. Again, a lot of these would have had sidecars on back in the day, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But still usable as a solo mount.
Again, like you've previously seen, you got wet sump.
Yeah, there's a big oil. So carrying all your oil down there rather than in a separate oil tank. But I suppose the advantage of that, it keeps the wheelbase slightly shorter in some ways. If you,
yeah, you haven't got...
You've not got the magneto chucked out the front. But it's, yeah, I love a girder fork and a V-twin. And then in the corner, last but not least then, I've seen photos of this bike, but what a stunning concept of taking the old KX and bringing it into the modern world, as it were.
You can see the silhouette of the two blending in. I mean, it's a fantastic looking thing. It's a shame it never went any further.
Well, you never know. You never know, I suppose, but it is.
It just looks right. Yeah.
Low bobber style, single swinging arm on the back, that sort of girder-esque front fork.
Yep.
The big V-twin. Oh, it's just the colour scheme. It really does sit well next to this. And it is, yeah, a beautiful concept.
I think it's just perfection, to be perfect honest.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? It would be the ultimate. Brilliant. Well, thanks for showing us around, Dean.
Thank you for coming.
Cheers.